According to the president of the organization, Allan Newark, the Guyana Used Tire Association is a newly formed group that seeks to represent the interests of over 5,000 Guyanese within the used tire industry. The decision to form this group came in response to the government's proposal of a restriction on the importation and sale of used tires. During this year's budget presentation, it was declared that the government would consider implementing this restriction by May 1st of this year. This is a decision that the association vehemently opposes. They assert that a ban would be detrimental to employment, the economy, and low-income drivers who cannot afford new tires.
This industry employs in excess of 5,000 people at the moment. Young people, mostly. Don't worry, us oldies you see sitting here. We're the people who run the businesses. And if we think about banning something like that, that's 5,000 young people we're putting out of employment. So we need to think seriously about that because there isn't enough employment as it stands. If you cannot afford to buy a new tire, you must have the choice of buying a good top-class, top-grade used tire.
The association also claimed that used tire importers and salesmen were being unfairly blamed and penalized for national problems for which they were not responsible.
If we, as a people in Guyana, start to recycle generally, we would create less rubbish. So let's penalize the guys who import used tires or the ones who import new tires because they're going to end up in the same state at some later stage that we are in, where you have a set of tires that is useless, stockpiled. And we've been blamed for the misuse of tires in Guyana. Now, there's a lot of reckless driving going on which we are not responsible for. Tires don't cause accidents, reckless driving do. The abuse of tires in terms of using the wrong size tire on a mag rim, and if you check most of the minibuses, you'll find that's what's happening. They run on the side walls of the tire. So be it a new tire they're using or a used tire, that's an abuse of the tire.
It is also their belief that before such actions can be implemented, there must be laws in place as to what constitute an acceptable quality of tire and how to enforce such, as there are currently no such protocol in place. To assist this, the organization also wishes to educate policymakers and the public on the proper use of tires. The Guyana Used Tire Association is in the process of collecting signatures for a petition opposing the ban. The panel presented the petition with the signatures of almost 900 Guyanese drivers, which is well over the required 300 signatures. They believe that they will reach over 1,000 signatures because they have yet to count the signatures collected in Berbice. They plan to submit the petition to Parliament and Minister Winston Felix by next week Wednesday.